Good morning, and what a nice November day it is in North India. Welcome to my channel, and let us, without much ado, get on to the task at hand. Today I talk about the 10 reasons why a patient feels dismayed after a hair transplant. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, it is my fervent request that you do so. If the videos are helping you in your hair loss battle, please spread the word amongst your family, acquaintances and friends if they need it. Hair transplant is often a life-changing procedure for patients struggling with hair loss. It restores not only hair but also confidence, dignity and self-esteem. However, like any medical or aesthetic procedure, it is not immune to dissatisfaction or even anger on the patient's part. While hair transplants are highly effective, patients may experience frustrations due to unmet expectations, miscommunication, or unforeseen complications. In this video, I will explore the 10 key reasons that can lead to patient dissatisfaction after a hair transplant. Understanding these factors is crucial for both patients and practitioners to ensure that the journey from consultation to results is smooth and fulfilling. So stick on, don't go away. Let's talk about the disappointment, the frustrations, and sometimes emotions bordering upon outright anger. The most common source of frustration is when the results do not align with the patient's expectations. Some patients come with the belief that a single session will result in a head full of hair, dense hair akin to the teenage years. Despite numerous videos on this channel cautioning patients who are searching to be realistic in their goals and that not all expectations can be met, and even after detailed consultations, these irrational, unrealistic expectations may persist. Patients often turn a deaf ear to what they do not want to hear. Hair transplants can only redistribute existing hair. They cannot create new hair when there was none. As a surgeon, it is imperative to set clear, realistic expectations during consultations. Transparency about limitations of hair transplants, whether it is the density achievable, the time required for results, or the maintenance involved, can prevent huge disappointment later. Patients should also understand that the visual impact depends on factors like the hair characteristics, that is color, texture, curl, proper grooming on their part, and the extent of the baldness, which is different for different people. A lack of comprehensive communication between the surgeon and the patient often sows the seeds of resentment. For instance, if the patient is not properly informed about post-operative care, the timeline for visible results, or the likelihood of shedding, they may feel blindsided by the recovery process. I have detailed videos on my channel for everyone to study to prepare them for a hair transplant without bias and without hiding any information from them. Detailed pre-operative counseling is the bedrock of trust. I ensure that patients, after the detailed consultation, leave my clinic armed with every detail about the procedure, recovery, and long-term care. Regular follow-ups are equally critical. They provide reassurance and a platform to address concerns early before they turn into frustration and often anger. My team follows up patients' queries almost every day and consults me when it needs my attention. Though it is impossible for me to follow up all patients due to the huge buildup of patients over the years and new consultations happening every day, since I deal with my patients myself, I follow up at the 6 months mark on call or whenever there is a pressing requirement as determined by my able counselors who have been with me for over 12 years now. Post-operative care is as critical as the surgery itself. Patients often feel angry if they perceive a lack of support during this phase. If instructions are unclear or follow-up appointments are not easily accessible, they may feel abandoned. Patients should be given a clear written guide outlining do's and don'ts after the procedure. Additionally, clinics must maintain open channels for communication. My team ensures that every patient knows they can reach out at any time, whether it's for reassurance or advice. However, patients must understand that they should be economical about calling the clinic, since time is at a premium and unnecessary conversations or points already explained will take away from the time of another patient who may need it more. The success of a hair transplant depends on survival and growth of transplanted grafts. In some cases, factors like improper handling of grafts, poor vascularization, or the patient's own healing response may lead to suboptimal results. When hair does not grow as expected, patients may feel that time, money, emotions have been wasted, and above all, trust has been broken. This highlights the importance of a meticulous surgical technique and educating patients on how to care for their scalp post-surgery. Surgeons must also explain the timeline. Hair growth begins around 3 to 4 months post-surgery, with final results visible only after 9 months. Shock loss and temporary shedding of grafts after the procedure is commonplace. But this is also a common concern. Many patients panic, mistaking it for a sign of failure. While shock loss is a natural part of the healing process, if not explained beforehand, it can lead to unnecessary distress. To prevent such misunderstandings, I ensure every patient understands the phases of hair growth and shedding. Education about the hair growth cycle, that is the anagen phase, the catagen phase, the telogen phase, and exogen, is essential. And before it happens, the patient needs to be prepared for the ugly duckling phase that will soon set in, lest he gets shocked by what his appearance looks like. For many patients, still consider a hair transplant is just a mere salon procedure. While modern techniques like follicular unit extraction, that is FUE, minimize scarring, no surgery is entirely free of marks. Some patients may notice faint scars on the donor area or feel dissatisfied with the density or symmetry of the new hairline. If the design of the hairline does not align with the expectations, anger is inevitable. This underscores the importance of preoperative planning. Hairline design is both a science and an art, requiring a keen understanding of facial proportions, patient preferences, and natural aesthetics. A well-executed hairline reduces the risk of dissatisfaction dramatically. Now, number 7. Everybody wants happiness and nobody wants pain, but you can't have a rainbow without a little rain. Although hair transplants are minimally invasive and free of pain, they are not entirely free of discomfort. Patients may experience discomfort, swelling, or tightness in the scalp during recovery. If these symptoms persist longer than expected or are not adequately managed, it can lead to frustration. Proper pain management protocols combined with patient education can mitigate such issues. I always emphasize that mild discomfort is normal and temporary and provide medications or techniques to alleviate symptoms. Now, number 8. The financial investment in a hair transplant is significant, and some patients may feel angry if they perceive that the cost did not deliver proportional results. This issue often arises when patients are lured by bargain clinics that compromise on quality. As a surgeon, I emphasize that hair transplants are not a commodity. They are an investment in happiness, requiring expertise, precision, and care. While cost transparency is crucial, patients must also understand that quality comes at a price. At my clinic at Darlingbird, since I do only one case in a day and not several, I cannot ever think of entering into a discount game, a price war, since I will never be able to beat a wholesale clinic, a clinic that is a hair mill. So when comparing two clinics, compare an orange with an orange and not an orange with a lemon. Number 9. Patients may become angry when they feel deceived by clinics that overpromise and underdeliver. Some clinics use deceptive marketing, such as exaggerated before and after images or hidden costs. Ethics must always guide practice. At Darlingbird's clinic, my philosophy is to provide honest advice, even if it means advising a patient to delay or avoid surgery altogether. Transparency builds trust, and trust is the foundation of satisfaction. It is a well-known adage that the grass is always green on the other side. Patients sometimes compare the results to those of their friends, to those of celebrities on Instagram or social media influencers, failing to account for individual differences. This comparison can lead to dissatisfaction despite good results. It is essential to remind patients that their hair transplant journey is unique, shaped by their own unique biology and the extent of hair loss. You will be happier celebrating individual progress rather than comparisons, because comparisons can foster discontentment. See several results on my website of all racial types at different timelines and compare it with your situation. Every person still will not have the result that he wishes, but we promise to stand by you through thick and thin. We have your back. I've built my practice purely on trust, and we'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. And as I keep saying repeatedly, ad nauseum, you are our best advertisement. We will not let you down. Comparisons are odious is a well-known phrase attributed to Thomas Carlyle, the Scottish philosopher and writer. It appears in his 1837 work Sartor Resartus and is so appropriate to hair transplant as well. Comparing people, situations, or things often leads to resentment, bitterness, or unfair judgment, and that such comparisons rarely yield any positive outcomes. In essence, it's a warning against the dangers of measuring oneself against others. Anger is just one letter short of danger. In the context of hair transplants, patient anger often stems from unmet expectations, inadequate communication, or unforeseen challenges during the journey. However, with transparent consultations, ethical practices, and robust post-operative care, such situations can largely be prevented. As a surgeon, my role extends beyond restoring hair. It is also about restoring trust, confidence, and hope. By emphasizing education, practicing empathy, and delivering excellence, we ensure patients leave with not just improved hairlines, but also elevated self-esteem. Ultimately, a patient's satisfaction is the truest measure of a surgeon's skill and integrity. After all, as the saying goes, a happy patient is a reflection of happy results and perhaps a happier life. Thank you for watching again. If you have any questions about hair loss treatment for men and women, or if you want to ask any question, want your question to appear on my live session, live at 6, do drop a comment in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching again. Have a nice day and God bless you.